Good afternoon, everybody. Alex StarCraft here, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 commentary between mouzMana, the green Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner, and dSelecT, the blue Terran in the top right-hand corner. This game is from the IEM World Championships, which took place a few weeks ago in Hanover, Germany. Lots of really good players, lots of really good games, lots of excitement, and of course, why not? Because there's more StarCraft 2. Everyone loves StarCraft 2, or a lot of people love StarCraft 2. I love it. That's why I'm casting it. You guys probably love it. That's why you're watching it. So, as I explained in the previous series, I'm trying a bit more to get to understand and know Protoss versus Terran a bit more. I am a Zerg player, so I don't totally understand the other races' strategies quite as much. And of course, as a caster, you need to know all the races and have a good grasp on what all of their strategies and ideas behind their gameplay might be, or what they might be. So I just need to do that, and of course, all the matchups I find very interesting, and both of these players are very, very good. Mana is, of course, a very good European player on that Mouse Sports team, which has such players as none come to mind at the moment. Morrow is one who's very good. He's actually been playing in the GSL a little bit. He plays very interesting. He plays Zerg versus Protoss and Terran, and then when he has to play Zerg, he plays as Terran. So, very interesting fact right there. And then, of course, dSelecT from one of the other big European teams. Of course, that is Dignitas, which has many good players. Select arguably being the best one. He is, of course, a Terran player known for some really excellent control, and we see him going for what looks to be a little bit of 2 racks pressure here. He's got another one put down. Mana running around in the base, harassing the SCV a little bit, running it away at just the right time, and doesn't look like Select is actually going to be able to stop that probe from getting out. And now he might be looking for another actually, he's not going to be looking for another barracks. This will go totally unspotted. I just went back. But wait a second, and we will just go ahead and get right back into things. As I was saying, the reason he's not going to be scouting for this is because a very standard build versus a Terran, or versus a Protoss opponent, is just a 1 racks expand. So he sees no gas, and he sees 1 barracks. So that would indicate a 1 racks expand is going to be coming, so there's no reason for him to scout. But little does he know, there is another barracks down here. And that could be very dangerous that he does not know about that. He is getting the Cyber Core. He will most likely be throwing down a Nexus after he starts the Warp Gate, just because he wants to make sure he can keep up on what he thinks is that Nexus first. But this could mean that these first few Marines, particularly if a Tech Lab is built on one of them, could do a lot of damage, but it does not look like that'll be happening. Select opting to not get any gas, but he has started up that double Marine production. He has 2 right now, 2 more in the production tab, throwing down the other supply depot. But the great thing about this is, even though he is constantly making Marines this whole time, especially with the mules and this SCV count, it means he'll still end up with a little extra minerals, which allows him to eventually start to tech a little bit. And eventually, he can get back to exactly where he was originally, but now he has these Marines which can do a little pressure, and now Mana is aware that there are these Marines on the field. He did have the Zonaga tower, and he did see it. He's going to be grabbing this tower, but Select very smartly putting the SCV on the tower as well, which will let him make sure that Mana does not have control. And we see Mana is actually going to be throwing down a Nexus here. Despite having seen the Marines, he feels very confident against the pressure, but there's still Marines being produced from Select, and he's actually pulling SCVs as well. Looks like he might be going for a bunker pressure right here. And this could be very damaging. We see Mana has totally stopped producing units, throwing down 2 more gateways, but of course those are not going to be finished for about a minute. And these 6 Marines and 2 SCVs are just right around the corner, and he is continuing that Marine production, but he's rallying it into his base. He's going to be defensive with those rather than aggressive. But Mana, all he has right now are a Stalker and Zealot, or a Sentry as well, and they are pushing out across the map. Where is the Stalker? I know there is one on the map, but it looks like it is nowhere to be found. They are going to get in. The Stalker's out. Nothing is in position, and Select throwing down bunkers just by the base. Mana will probably be pulling back very soon. He should see those on the minimap, and there are a whole bunch of Marines here. They are going to start attacking. Seems the Sentry is out, and that might be able to do a little damage, but no, it is just trying to tickle those bunkers to death. We see on the minimap Mana immediately pulling his units back, going to try and make sure that he does not lose this, but it is cancelled at the last second. And these bunkers, I'd like to see one of them salvaged. He can actually set others up just right outside here. But as it is, he's already got an okay contain setup, loading them all into these, repairing. He is maybe going to salvage those. It is hard to say. But it looks like Mana is just saying, all right, well, I can't defend that. He's just going to be going straight for a counterattack. And actually, it does not look as if Select has enough units to defend this either. He has no units in his main base. He's a few Marines out here, but they are all going down to Mana's Stalker count, which is just very big right now. They're pushing up into the main, but Select, all he has is a bunker and 4 Marines. He is pulling SCVs to try and repair this, and he is going to be able to, as that sufficient surface area, but he just has his SCVs patrolling down here. Looks like he's not going to be able to do anything. He might actually even lose this barracks if Mana does see it, and he does, but he's just going to be going for more pressure instead. He's going to try and break down the supply depot. The SCVs being forced to run around, but they are not going to get the supply depot in time. All the Stalkers can now run up. Select trying to block it desperately, but he's now started to lose SCVs, and this is not looking good for him, guys. He is just losing so many units, losing mining time on all of these SCVs, as well as the mules. The bunker is about to maybe go down. No, it looks like he cannot out-DPS the repairing of the SCVs, but he does kill all of them. We see he's got 13 worker kills. We see Select down to 16 SCVs, so not a very high count there. About to kill that bunker. He's preparing to defend this last bunker with all his might, but at the same time, Select actually has his Marines in the base of Mana. It looks like he is going to be microing them a good amount, killing off those Zealots and whatnot with his SCVs. So now there is nothing in there. So it has become almost a base race situation, but Select throwing out the GG. Simply because he did start to kill probes, but he had lost far more. We see 13 to 52 supply, 5 workers to 28. So that was a very quick game 1 from the series. The series is a best of 3. So I have what will hopefully be 2 more games for you guys coming up very soon. So I'll see you guys soon. And if you don't watch it for a bit, have a wonderful day.